we are going to talk today about the garbage disposal in Japan, banking system in Japan, and posting or sending items or receiving items from Japan to Japan. So,
To guys introduction, maybe you forgot.
kind of. I already told about it.
Did you?
Yeah. I think I was fast. No problem. So, if you want to sell or buy or to give away your items, 2gaijin.com is a place to go. So let's start today's topic first. So about the garbage, I think most of the foreigners, they do have problem to understand how you should dispose, like pura, which is plastic, kami, which is paper, and then burnables, non-burnables. Sometimes it's shigen gomi and ippan gomi. It's kind of making me more kind of confused.
Do you think Japanese has too many rules on it? I mean, are they unique?
I wouldn't say about there being too many rules. I would say more about confusing the names. Because sometimes you buy let's say yogurt, and it's written kami, which is a paper, and pura at the same time. So you confuse, which one is this? And I think like most times the cap is a plastic something, and then the cup itself is a paper. So if you are buying a yogurt, then you should separate them, and then bottom part, which is a bowl kind of, you throw it to the paper, and then top to the plastic. So that's kind of, actually in my home, what we do is when we just came to Japan, so first thing we went to the ward office for the address registration, and there we got garbage disposal day calendar at every ward office, which is in our case I think it's Kitaku, Kita ward office. At the entrance there's a places for the pamphlet, so you can get a calendar to see what day, what kind of garbage they are going to pick.
Actually, it is sent to your address.
I think if you are new and you register, they send it to your address as well. So, and after that, if I need new one, I just go and pick it. I don't know why this year they have sent it. So that was kind of interesting.
Okay.
Kind of random.
I think in the US it was either combustible or recyclable.
That's it?
Two types. In my apartment. Yeah, and in my city. Actually.
I think that's easier, right?
It is easier.
Does Japanese people get confused? Like,
I think we are used to it. And well, for my case, I am kind of addicted to American rules. So it's for my case, it's pura, combustible, and cans and pet bottles. So 3 types actually.
I see.
Yeah.
In Japan, most time what's confusing me is there's a burnable and then there's non-burnable, and then there's shigen gomi and ippan gomi. What's the difference?
So first of all, burnable it's easy, right? Like
everything that burns.
Yeah, trash. And non-burnable, it's, I would say, plastic. Or...
so plastic is non-burnable?
No, burnable.
I didn't know. I was thinking anything that can
so
can burn. So
non-burnable is like recyclable.
Now it's kind of more clear.
Yes, exactly. And what did you say? Ippan gomi?
Yeah, ippan gomi and shigen.
Ippan gomi and shigen gomi equals to burnable.
Burnable.
Yes. So maybe they name it kind of differently.
Yeah, I think that's kind of confusing. If you're a foreigner,
it depends on
city. To Japan.
It depends on city. Sometimes you say like shigen gomi. Sometimes you say burnable. Yeah.
I think like in the Sapporo station, some places have like shigen gomi, and inside Hokkaido University, sometimes there's a ippan gomi. I'm like, really? That's kind of confusing. At home, I think it's a bit more or less easier. Like we have separated the pura, kami, burnable, non-burnable, and then pet bottle, and bean candy. So kind of 5 or 6 the bags, and most time it's like Monday and Thursday in Kita Ward it is a burnable day. Tuesday most times is plastic, and Wednesday it is paper, and Friday most times can and or pet bottles. And in the middle there's random for non-burnable, batteries and cans, I think you throw different days.
It's like one time in 2 weeks or something like that, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Same thing for like hard papers, like Dumbo. And also like newspapers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when you dispose the Dumbo and the newspapers, how you do it? Well, like sometimes I cut them into the small pieces and put them with the paper.
Actually, you don't need to. You can just put in the. You cannot just throw it away like separately. So you have to put it in the box. I mean, no, in the plastic bag. And as long as it's inside the plastic bag, it's okay. Take away. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's kind of. In my case, it's we are just trying to keep everything like big 2 bags for plastic and paper, and then just burnable yellow one, and then done mainly. So it's way more or less easier. Actually, today I also wanted to talk about the bigger garbage like microwave and TV and then the furniture, carpets, fridge and washing machine, which is kind of people try to give away.
Sorry, in Japan it takes cost.
Yeah,
I think some cost.
I think some people just realize it after kind of when the time comes. Beforehand, it's quite difficult. Like in my country, we just don't pay for it.
I mean, do you have any experience on it? Because they have moved a lot, maybe in Sapporo. 2 times?
I think the first time I moved from a dorm to my new apartment, so I didn't need to carry anything big. Second time, actually, I bought a fridge from 2nd Street, and after 1 year, it just got broke, I think. I mean, like, the top is working, the bottom is kind of meh.
Okay.
And I tried hard to kind of fix it. It didn't work. Ended up just asking for a company to dispose it.
Okay.
So if you're disposing a fridge or washing machine in Japan, fridge is around 4,000 yen. Washing machine could be 3,000 to 4,000 yen. Washing machine is for 3,000 to 4,000 yen. Fridge is for 8,000 yen. That's the cheapest one. So if you're going to throw away your fridge, that's costly.
I mean, actually, that's why we made a 2gaijin.com.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So, actually, the 2gaijin.com is the place where you can share it. So you don't need to throw away. If it works, you just don't need it anymore. Maybe you go back to your country. Then you can just share it with someone else in the website.
That's good.
Yep.
Move to the next topic.
Anything? For the garbage, I think that's all right.
Yeah. So I think...
sometimes when you put the garbage in the wrong day, they don't pick it. They put a green, red sticker on it, and then they write why they didn't pick it. So you can put it the day that you should take it.
I see.
Right?
I mean, but for some apartment, I would say, for example, my apartment, you can throw it away like any day. It doesn't matter.
Your apartment is rich.
No, it doesn't mean it, but you know, you can put it like random day.
I see.
Sometimes,
yeah. I think about the garbage. Most time the as I told, like, I think as a foreign student or foreigner, you are confused when it's just 2 signs on the one, like paper and pura, kami and pura, and you don't know which one is which. So you are like guessing, is it paper or pura? So how they will, because sometimes my owner of the house would come and then give it back to us and then tell us that something that we have thrown inside doesn't match. Like inside the pura there is kami, so sorry, they didn't pick it today. You have to take it out and put it into a separate bag. So that's kind of confusing thing to me, and I think most of the foreigners get either confused why they didn't pick it because it's on it it's written like kami and pura. But in general, it's safer just to have a paper bag and then plastic bag and burnable bag in general. So you can just... Oh, by the way, I have heard that from the Sapporo government. If you want to throw away a big garbage like a TV, if it fits in the 40-liter yellow bag, you can throw it away in that.
Really?
Yes. So you don't need to pay.
I've never seen people doing it.
I have seen some of my neighbors doing that.
Really?
Because like, even the carpet, you can put it into a yellow big bag if it fits the 40-liter big bag, yellow bag, you can do it. You can throw away with that bag.
Yeah. Anyways, there are so many strict rules.
Yeah,
in
I
Japan,
think.
I would say.
By the way, if you want to dispose your fridge or washing machine, you can contact with us. We can help you to contact with one of those recycling companies. Actually, they don't ask you too much. Even if you just barely speak Japanese, they will ask you about your address, when they can come pick it, about the size of the fridge. Most time inside the door, if you open the door, there's an label, and on the label it's written the year and then how many liters of the fridge is. Most time it's a middle-sized fridge. Then you will have around 8,000 yen to pay for that. I would say they if you call in the morning, in the night they can come and pick it. You just need to contact with them, and then also so your name, address, money, and contact number, and that's it. And then item itself. So 5 things.
But I would say easiest way to get rid of your items is to put the items on two gaijin.
Yeah, if they're working, if they're in good condition,
yeah.
and you don't want to throw them away, it's costly.
There you go.
By the way, we just realized that it's opposite. We need some kind of a mirror effect to write it the correct way.
Yeah. We develop every time, so.
Yeah, each time we improve. Time. Next time we'll have better.
Okay, let's go to the next topic.
Yeah, next topic is about the banks. I didn't know it. Like, some people don't recognize a post bank as a normal bank. They call it just, it's like you've been, it's just
post office.
Post office. So that was kind of surprising to me, even though it's like Yucho Ginko, Ginko means post, the bank, and still people don't recognize it as a big bank. That was interesting.
I mean, there are 3 big banks in Japan, which are UFJ, Mitsui Sumitomo Ginko, and Mizuho Ginko. Those 3 are the biggest main banks in Japan. But they have a lot of ATMs in Tokyo or like big cities. But when it comes to like rural areas, including Sapporo, they don't have so much ATMs. So when it comes to rural areas, post office bank
is the one.
Yeah.
So you can find it almost everywhere then.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, I find it interesting. Once I went to the Yucho Ginko post office bank and I asked them for the money transfer. They said they can't do it. I was like, what kind of bank is it that doesn't do any money transfer? So that kind of was weird.
Yeah.
By the way, today I think I will talk about the money transfers through the bank. And as you said, one of those 3 banks, I had experience to send money from bank account to overseas bank account using the bank in Japan.
I see.
After 7 years. I didn't know. I didn't know how to do it.
Did it go well?
No problem. Actually, so let's start from the bank account. So in Japan, if you want to open bank account, if you have watched our previous video, we have already talked about it. You need your phone number, address, and that's it. So you can open a bank account. And with the bank account, you'll get a card. In my country, we don't have it, but in Japan, you also get the bank book. So you can use it for, like, if you put it in the ATM, it will write your information of the transactions, right? Actually, I started using my bank books after 2 years. Before, I didn't need it that much.
Actually, I'm using bank book also, but now it's become kind of digital.
Yeah.
As you can see on
kind
your
of
smartphone or something like that. So a lot of people are moving from bank book to smartphone.
Yeah. I think that would save a lot of paper.
Yeah. And you don't have to go to bank every time. Yeah.
So. Actually, I have a quite good memory with that. For the last several years, I didn't know there's a button that you can push, and then it will write everything on your bank book. So what I used to do is I would put genkiniri or something like that. Like you have to put the cash in. So I would put 1,000 yen in my bank account and put the bank book, and then ATM would write everything. And then I realized, like 3-4 weeks before, you don't need to do that. There was a special button. You just put like Tsucho Kinyu, and if you just click on it, it will write everything on your bank book, all the transactions. I just realized it.
Anyways, what kind of banks do foreigners use when coming to Sapporo? I've never seen foreign students in Sapporo using, like, for example, Hokkyo Ginko or Hokkaido Ginko.
I think most of the foreign students, when they come, me included, first bank that you go is Yucho, Post Office Bank, and the reason is our scholarships at the beginning comes from there. So the government put the scholarship to the Yucho Ginko Koza.
I see.
Yucho bank account. So that's why most of us have the Post Office Bank account. But in my case, I had to get my bank account from Post Bank at the end of April, but I needed to use the bank account at the beginning of April to buy a phone number. So I opened a bank account in Hokkaido Bank. So that's my experience. But I also have an account in UFJ Bank.
Yeah, why?
In Japan, if you want to do online shopping, you need to have a card which is written Visa on it. And as a student, I couldn't get a credit card. So I ended up getting a UFJ bank account because you can have a free debit card. And debit card will have a Visa on it. So you can do online shopping, buy something or pay for something online.
I see.
So
that's smart.
Kind of tried my best to survive. And then I realized that actually UFJ Bank in Odor Station, near to Odor Station, they have international money transfer ATM. It's called Terebi Madoguchi. So if you go to the bank and you ask like about the Terebi Madoguchi, you can get it's like a small room. You get in. You should have your bank book and bank card. Also, you should have some kind of paper showing that who you are paying, how much you are paying, and why you are paying, kind of. You will be connected with an operator and talk with her. In my case, it was a lady. And she will tell you each time what to do, and she writes everything for you. She will just confirm with you all the time.
Is there English or Chinese operator now?
I think I talk in Japanese. I think it's all in Japanese. The fee is quite expensive, I would say. If you do within Japan, inside Japan, from Japanese account to Japanese account, it's around 2,500 yen, like 2,500 yen. And if you do overseas, it's 6,500 yen. I would say it's expensive, but it's if you are really in desperate position, so you have no choice but send money, and then that's the only way. Go with that. I would say. Also, you can use a Western Union at the Sapporo station. At the back of Sapporo station, there's a Western Union office. You can send money, but sometimes it's tricky. They are asking you a question, and if you answer it wrong, then you're in trouble. They don't send your money.
I see.
And if you go back after several days, you come again, and if they're same person, they just don't even ask you a question. They just reject. No? Yeah. So that's what happened with me. So be cautious about it. When they ask question, most time they ask, "Have you met the guy?" And what they want to hear is you had. Otherwise, it's kind of Japanese banks are afraid of money laundering thing, so that's why they're quite tricky. So when they ask you a question, think well and then answer. If you have never met the guy, it will be like you're sending money to someone that you have never met. Who is he? And then if you start talking more and more, eventually you get deeper into the valley that you can't get out.
Maybe
so
you have to be careful.
Yeah, answering the questions. Be careful when you're answering questions at the Western Union. By the way, you need also your ID number to pay Western Union the money transfer.
ID number?
Like my number.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, because without, if you're a foreigner, they will check your credit, my number card, resident card, maybe sometimes passport. It depends from the lady who's there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's more or less what I wanted to say about. By the way, in ATMs, most time you can find English version as well of the ATM.
Including post office ATM.
Yes, exactly. So if you're having trouble, just click on the English version.
Didn't you find Chucho Kinyo in English version? No?
No. Actually, that's how I find out.
Right.
So I needed to send money, and in UFJ Bank, I didn't know which is for sending money.
Okay.
Because I did it through the Yucho, which through the post bank. I know the button name. Here I couldn't find, and I think there's a 2 screens. You can click the next screen. So I couldn't find it in Japanese. I click on the English version. I see less buttons. I realized that there's one button missing. And when I click on it, I went back to Japanese version, and when I kind of tried to see what the button is, that was the Tsucho Kinyu, I think. That's how I find out.
Okay.
That, okay, one button is missing in English version, went back to the Japanese version, okay, this is the button, and then when I click on it, that's how I find out about the Tsucho Kinyu.
So there's no Tsucho Kinyu in English version?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
That's confusing.
Yeah, that's why if you are maybe a foreigner and you're searching for kind of writing everything on your bank book, you can't find it. That's confusing. So,
yeah, it is confusing. I see.
To me, I felt stupid when I find it, because for 7 years I lived in Japan, and I was putting 1,000 yen into the bank account so I can write on my bank book. If you felt the same, don't feel anymore. Just find a button and then use it. You don't need to put the cash in the bank account.
Okay. 6 minutes to go, so maybe you should move to next one.
Yeah, today also we wanted to talk about the sending items to Japan or from Japan. Okay. Have you ever done anything like that?
Before entering university, I needed to send diplomacy to Hokkaido University, and I was already back in Japan, so I needed to get diplomacy from the US actually. So I asked my friend to send it to Japan, and I got it finally, and I entered Hokkaido University for that.
I see.
Thanks to that, but I have never sent item outside Japan.
Actually, I have received item and I have sent. For us foreigners, I think it's quite important to get some food from your country.
I see.
Yeah. Today, actually, I would like to talk about it because I had experience getting some food from my country. Once or twice, my package was stopped, and I didn't know why. And then I called them. Once there was a buckwheat, which is Japanese soba. In my country, we eat the buckwheat grain. We just, if you are from post-Soviet country like myself, I'm from Azerbaijan. You are from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, or Russia, or Ukraine. We love eating buckwheat grain.
I see.
That's something special. So I couldn't find it in Japan. I asked my mom to send it. I think my mother-in-law sent it to us at the end, and it was stopped. Then we called because we can track it. So we called customs, and they said they have a prohibited product in the
really
in the package.
Wow.
So I started talking with them, and I'm like, okay, just because of one product, are you going to stop whole package? They were like, we didn't know what to do. I told, okay, just take it out. What is prohibited, rest, send it to us, please. We are expecting it, because every year there are in March and New Year there are holidays, and my mom and my mother-in-law, they are sending us the food, like dry fruits and kind of stuff, local sweets, and we want to eat it, and sometimes they stop it. And actually, in my case, when they stopped that buckwheat case, they knew that we are from post-Soviet country, so they put this kind of I don't know why, can you see it? So this kind of a pamphlet inside it, and they explain what products you can bring to Japan and which ones are prohibited. And there is also the phone number. I think it will be difficult to show. We are planning to put the information. I know it's in Russian, but you get the phone number, and you can call phone number. They are going to answer you in Japanese anyway, so you can call them in case your items were stopped in any of these customs. So you can talk with them, and I would say they are quite cooperating. They can respond positively, and you can get your stuff back. Right now, I think because of coronavirus, they are quite strict.
Yeah, I would say yes.
this week we got one more box from my country.
Wow.
And on the box it was written that we have checked it. And we could see because there were some items they pulled it out to check what is in. Yeah.
They even open it? Wow.
They write on it as an
I see.
caution.
I see.
So if they put everything back, I have no problem.
How about the experience of sending items overseas?
Sending overseas, you can't send seeds from Japan as well. It's quite strict. Right now, EMS doesn't work. I used to send with EMS. Now you can send with the kokubin, which is the airmail. Up to 300 grams, it's 2,500 yen. So up to 500 grams or 1 kilo, it's 3,000 something. So kind of, if you want to send something to your country, you can do it, but it will be expensive now. With EMS, it was more or less cheap, right?
You go to the post office for that?
Yeah, you go to the post office, you just prepare everything, and you go there, and you write on it what you have, and then you can send it. They will just weight it, so to see what's the...
How much does it cost? Like average, when you send item?
Actually, when I used to send, I didn't send too many stuff, so I would spend something 3,000 to 5,000 with EMS.
Okay.
Like maximum would be maybe 5,000 something or 6,000 something.
I see.
But it didn't cost, to me it didn't cost too much because like I like Japanese chocolate like Meiji or Ghana, and I think because when they send chocolate to us from my country, we're like, I think we got used to Japanese chocolate. We don't like the taste of it. So sometimes I send to my mom and dad or families, and we tell like, check it. So when they receive it, they feel happy. So we also feel happy. That's why sometimes I send the chocolate or some kind of Japanese sweets. That's when I use it.
Lastly, I just want to hear a story about receiving egg from your country.
Okay. I have those bags actually at the university. If someone wants, I can kind of give it to them. In my country, they sell special plastic bags for storing eggs. And my family has some chickens in the garden. So my mom was feeling bad that they are eating the fresh chicken egg and they can't send it to us. One day she went kind of extreme. So she put a cotton in that special bag, and then eggs, and then another layer of cotton, and then close it and put it in between the clothes. We received 15 eggs. 2 of them were broken. 13 were intact, and they smelled like my childhood when we were picking the egg from the chicken nest. So
I see.
It was good.
Nice.
I didn't think that you still remember the egg case. Yeah, you can actually, if you know how to kind of wrap stuff, you can my family sends jams to us. The jams don't exist in Japan because here like blueberry, strawberry, orange, apple. Mainly these are the jams. In my country, we have way more. Even we have like eggplant jam, tomato jam. I know it's kind of weird, but yeah, walnut jam. So
alright.
Yeah, so you can get quite good stuff if you know how to wrap it.
Okay.
Yeah. For today, this is all. If you have any questions, we can answer them. We will post information about the garbage disposal and about the calendar thing. You can check it there. Also, we will share the information about the food, which foods you can bring into Japan and which foods you are not allowed. So we'll post it under this event's kind of discussion part. Also, for the next week, we want to talk more about which foods you can get into your hands in Japan, because I think, like, I'm a Muslim. So as a Muslim person, you want to buy halal foods. So it's kind of tricky to get them and quite difficult to understand which food contains pork or alcohol or some kind of prohibited kind of ingredients inside. And also which foods you can get in your hand, because sometimes we are missing something and then accidentally you find it. It feels like finding a treasure in the Sahara kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, we have 2 announcements for you. So one is next week we are going to talk about the food and which food you can get into your hand in Japan.
Okay, same time, right? 8 o'clock?
Yeah, 8 o'clock Wednesday next week.
Okay.
And on October 21st, we are going to have clothes donation. We already did it last month in September, and we got quite a lot of stuff, I would say. And we already get more and more feedback from people. They want to give us more clothes. We are accepting them. Also, this time we're also accepting stuffed toys. So like plush toys. I don't know how to call them. Kind of teddy bear style. And so if you are interested, come on 21st. I can kind of post the link under this event as well.
Where is it gonna take place?
It will be at the Minami South Gate of Hokkaido University in front of church. Last time we were there. This time we were also there. We will wait for you 45 minutes from 12 p.m. to 12:45.
Okay.
So we will be there. Also, we started a pilot project. So if you want to store your items for a short time, someone is going to come to Japan and you want them to pick it. We have this kind of pilot project. You can ask us and we can help you to get a place. Let's say you want to store your fridge or washing machine or some kind of another item you want to store for 1 or 2 weeks maybe, or 3-4 days. We can help you to store the item for a while, and then your friend or the person you know, when they arrive in Japan, they can pick it. So kind of making it more convenient for you to transfer the second-hand items.
Any other news?
That's it for now.